the post, the email, the marketing message that's going to generate more buyer or seller leads for you this year. I want to chat with you about getting conversions, which is our ultimate goal. People seem to believe that it's going to be one ad. What's the one ad that's going to make my consumers want to do business with me this year? What's the one ad? The ninja copywriting, the image that gets people's attention and is going to cause them to engage and convert with me. And that's the wrong question. It's a body of work. One of the things I watch happen all the time is that an agent will see a post or an email that maybe somebody else in their office is using, and it performs at a massive level. I share with them and they think they can go run it at their own audience and get the same result. It doesn't happen, and they wonder why. Marketing is not a one-trick pony. It's a series of events over time, and the first thing that has to happen is you have to build trust, and that trust is built by not running conversion-based language at your audience all the time. You're burning through your list. You have sales breath. You've got to make deposits in the business relationship equity account. I also have certain customers where I can go right into a conversion-based message immediately, but keeping in mind that I've been building authority in the marketplace over time. I've been making deposits in the business relationship equity account, and I've been building trust. So don't fall for the trap. If you see a post or receive an email written really well and you get excited about it and then you get let down because you copy it and it doesn't perform as well. Don't get let down. It's due to what you've done that led up to that message that matters as much or more. What deposits have you made? 95% of your audience is not in the consideration phase. They're in the indifferent phase. So when you run conversion rap, as I like to call it, at them in an email, buy this, do this, join this, we're amazing, then you're irrelevant. What you need to think about is making those deposits in the business relationship equity account. The other thing you need to think about is this: message to market match. The one-size-fits-all message isn't going to work. Are you paying attention to the language that your audience is using when they post, when they interact on your post, when they interact with you via email and text? Pay attention to the words, because ultimately what you need to do is take the words they're using and echo them back at your audience. That's how you create the psychological and emotional bond. Everyone's trying to enter into the front of the brain with their words and all the things they do for marketing. I want to sneak in the back of the brain through psychological and emotional bonds. When I'm echoing back the words that my audience is using, I'm miles ahead of the cheesy salesperson using their scripted dialogues. Why not let your audience provide the script or the language pattern that resonates with them? That's how you build trust really fast. That's how you spend less money and get better conversions versus someone that just needs massive ad spend, whatever their objective is. Whether it's buyers or sellers, you're building trust and you're creating those bonds, and ultimately when you continue to do that, you see the next step. The other thing that you need to think about is the consumer awareness journey. The consumer being a buyer or a seller, where are they at? And there are some steps in looking at that. Are they unaware? In other words, do they have a problem? They don't want to think about buying or selling. They don't need something bigger or smaller. They don't need to change something in their lives. That's called the unaware phase. Or are they problem aware? Is there an issue? Is the house too big, the house too small? Are they aware of a problem that's going on in their lives today? Okay, so they require a different kind of messaging. And that's why you need to move your messaging around so that you can meet people where they're at today. So you've got unaware, you've got problem aware, and they start snooping around and they're thinking they need a solution. I know what the solution is. I need this. The next step is you showing up and being that solution. You move them to your solution. Finally, ultimate awareness and choosing you. It's a progression. You can't have a one-size-fits-all. You've got to meet people where they're at. And part of that is making deposits in the business relationship equity account that connects with them as a human being first. You have two choices in anything that you send via email, anything that you post, all your interactions. Those two choices are strike an emotion or trigger friction. The triggering of friction is what most conversion-based marketing language does when someone hasn't built trust and hasn't made deposits in the business relationship equity account. Look really closely at that, folks. It's like this. Don't be the person, you know this guy, right? Don't be the person that shows up at the cocktail party that knows no one, but within 5 minutes, everyone knows that he's a salesman. That annoying, cheesy salesman in their face, dropping pickup lines and closing techniques on them, and then wonder why nothing good comes from the networking event. This is what most people are experiencing with their emails that don't convert. High opt-outs and low open rates. And people want to say email doesn't work. No, it's the message. When people are posting something on social media and it doesn't work or get a result, it's not the platform, it's the message. Are you meeting people where they're at? I hope you found that valuable. I hope you pay close attention to it. You're going to find that if you actually pull back on your calls to action in today's social rules of engagement, in today's email environment, your results are going to change dramatically. You've got to make calls to actions, but make more deposits first. And then when you make those deposits and you build trust, the next step is obvious for the customer. To take what feels natural and feels good to them and engage in you and become a conversion that didn't cost you a bunch of money and didn't cause a lot of friction. Now, this is Mike urging you to go out there and make it happen for yourself today.